A couple of days ago, I had the huge zchut, the benefit to be able to go to the gravesite of Rabbi Yehuda Hanassi, the rabbi who had compiled the Mishnah. And on Daf 43 of Yevamot, we get a little quote about him. We get some discussion. We understand that he put this Mishnah together. So if you see a comment in the Mishnah, he had gone through, edited, make sure this is something that he put together. He put together with a certain structure that was working there. But there are a whole bunch of statements he excluded from the Mishnah. Lines that earlier generations had said, they thought, okay, this was not necessarily something I want to be putting in the Mishnah. Oftentimes they were, by the way, because it was redundant, because, 10 people might say the same thing, and you might choose one of them and say, okay, this is going to be kind of the quote that I'm putting into the Mishnah, into the canon that is going to be passed on for many generations. People are going to be studying. We don't need all these other quotes, or else it'll be far too big of a thing. So when there's something in the Mishnah, you can say, all right, this had his fingerprints all over it. This is his style. He's got kinds of different codes, the way he writes the Mishnahs, that you're going to find throughout, and you can use those different principles of logic and ways of breaking down the Mishnah to understand exactly what he intended. But the statements he kept out of the Mishnah, what we call Breita, you can't look for those same patterns in. That's what we learn on Daf 43 of Yevamot, because these don't have his fingerprints all over them. He didn't go and select them and kind of use his various editing skills to follow his different rules of attribution, everything else he did, that he put in the Mishnah. So don't try that same logic on the Breita, which he didn't touch. That's what we learned today.